I've got a couple of colleagues that always make me laugh.
Like, Kat's really funny. Kat makes me laugh while she's on the phone.
Kat always has a funny story to tell. And Sean.
Firstly, my father, who's involved with the business, because he comes out with some terrific one-liners.
First name that comes to my head easily is Neve. She's just such a bubbly and excitable person to be around.
Molly always makes me laugh. She's just got a great personality and a dry sense of humour, and we just get on really well.
I think Mia does, actually, a bit. I think just the things she says always tend to get to me in some way.
Molly makes me giggle and Alexandra makes me giggle, which is lovely because I sit with them every day.
Michelle makes me chuckle.
Well, I have to say Alice for sure. Her laugh in itself makes me laugh.
Alice and Alexandra, they're just naturally just so funny and just crack me up every single day.
To be fair, they've stuck with me through a lot of hard work, so I'd suggest that there's quite a few colleagues that I could rely on.
Oh, Sean and Brett for definite.
Luke, for sure. Luke has always got my back 100%.
When anything happens, they are there for you in any circumstance.
Matt, I think over my time here, both like in work and out of work, he's just always been there for me.
I'd say there's a few, like Neil, who I feel like no matter what time of day, it wouldn't really cause a problem if I needed to get in touch with him to discuss something.
Lara as well, she used to do my job role, so kind of getting advice from her and seeing what her thoughts are on things as well.
Jasmine Popmore, all the time, every day of the week.
Always sorts me out. And others as well, but Jasmine I definitely want to give a shout out to.
I know, I could phone her and say, Jazz, I've just stubbed my toe, and she would care. Alice is so cool. I just think the world of her. She's got the most cool fashion sense, and Alice is very cool.
Molly's cool, like Molly's amazing. Done loads of stuff outside of work with her when the Euros was on. We had a fantastic time.
I think Dan Westwood's pretty kind of calm, quite chilled. I don't think he ever gets flustered by anything, which I think is quite cool and calming actually, probably in another sense.
I've never seen Dan in a situation where I've ever seen him flap at all, not once.
Luke's probably the coolest person in terms of just has a clear head, knows what he's doing. I don't think I've ever heard him stressed.
You, Jack, I think you're pretty cool. I love coming out filming with you.
I think Alex is really cool. She's just got like a really effortless coolness about her.
I think Brett's pretty cool. I think he's pretty fly, you know.
So I'd say my coolest colleague's probably Lucy. She's a really cool mom.
Who could I have house sit for me? Bearing in mind I've got 2 cats, a hamster and a fish tank.
It's gonna have to be Neil Randall.
I'd say probably Robin. She does a great job at looking after her own house and looks after her dog really well, so I'd probably go with Robin.
I'll pick her because she's next door. I'll pick Kat. I think I could trust her.
I'd absolutely trust Neil in my house. I think he'd be great. I think he'd pop the telly on.
Maybe Alice?
I would trust not Erica because she's not a dog person.
She's similar age. I think she would appreciate looking after the flat for a bit.
Yeah, let's say Richard. I feel like Richard has got his affairs in order in pretty much every aspect, so I'm going to trust him with my home.
Oh, I definitely trust Coral to house sit for me. I think she's very trustworthy and I wouldn't mind her poking around my house, so that would be fine.
Michelle, just because I just feel like she'd just organise my whole life and my whole house.
Coral, she's a dog person. I'd also trust Robin because she's a dog person.
Well, I do trust a colleague to house sit for me actually when I go on holiday. So my good friend Nicol Co in operations does do the house sitting of our pets when we go on holiday.